You know I miss that feeling. Hey, what's going on, guys? Logan from ID Reptiles here, bringing you guys a first clutch in a while. We have our spot nose girl that we got from our buddy Todd at Unbelievables. She produced our spot nose het clown while we were waiting for Horton, our pastel leopard blade clown male, to actually grow up. But he actually took a while to become interested in females, so this is his first clutch. So we've been anticipating this for a while now, but yeah, super excited to finally get his first clutch down. So we're not going to be seeing any actual visual clowns from this pairing, but it'll get us a really nice step, and hopefully we can get those leopard spot nose het clown. Fingers crossed for females, because we know how my odds go. I'll hit it, but it'll be the wrong gender every time. So fingers crossed we can get at least a leopard spot nose het clown. If we can add those couple genes on top of it, that'll be awesome. I'll be super happy. But regardless, super excited for Horton's first clutch here. And as you guys can see, we got everything ready here. I still have the press and seal on. I'm actually going to be replacing it. That's why I have the press and seal over here. Let me fix that focus. The press and seal is going to be redone. This is just to keep the moisture in the tub from when I actually made this egg box a couple weeks ago, for when I saw her pre-lay shed. And we're going to be all ready to go. I believe it's actually 5 eggs and no slugs. I'm not entirely sure, because she's been quite defensive with me actually checking. As you can see, she's kind of posed to defend her eggs. She's gonna actually make it quite fun to try and or at least fun for you guys, for when I try to steal those from her. But let's see. So she laid them today on the 20th of October. That means 60 days. I guess that's 59 days, because and to be cut on 12/20/20. And I just wrote that bigger down here so I can see it from outside of our incubator. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right to actually pulling her off of those eggs and getting her cleaned up. One thing that some people may have noticed, if they were looking at the entirety of the tub, that I just started doing actually with this girl, because we have been using this coconut bedding, and since I wasn't sure if I was going to catch her with how dry our environment was, if I didn't catch her right away, I want to make sure that her tub is as humid as possible to not dry out those eggs, just in case like she starts laying right after I check her and I go to sleep and find them in the morning. So what I've been doing is I actually took away the holder for her deli cup, so that when she drinks it, she actually has the tendency to spill it, and that'll rebump the humidity again. But then again, I've been checking her tub probably, like 5 times a day, because I've just been obsessing about this clutch. So yeah, so if you guys notice that, that is why she actually doesn't have a holder on her deli cup there, because I actually wanted her to spill. And let's see, she seems like she wants to take my head off. The baby. Don't bite me. Go, good girl. Oh, you're still on that one. Alright, cool. So those 4, I mean, they're attached, so I already was confident that they would be fine. That one here did roll a little bit, so I'm going to mark it still, but I'm going to mark it with an R just because it did teeter a little bit. However, I do think these are fine, because if you guys actually follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you would know that we actually caught her laying the first one. So I know that these guys are fresh. So that one there should be fine. Let's see if I can actually keep these 4 together while in this egg box, so I can avoid having to split them. It does appear that that top one actually does stick out over the top, so I will have to check that one out, and we are going to be candling this one. sure these eggs are nice and warm. She laid that right on the heat panel. So we're gonna go ahead and close this up for now, and then we'll get back to actually cleaning this up, hitting it with soap. All right, so as you guys know, this part for me is just absolutely nerve-wracking. I do not like splitting eggs. So let's go and just slowly work our way off. We know which side is the top because I already marked it, so I don't have to worry about that. This one's actually moving real nice because of how fresh these eggs are. Her first egg was probably out about 2 hours ago or so. She took her sweet time laying these. Oh, the nerves. I have not had to split eggs in a little while, so you guys know that this is just how tense this can be. So while it is coming off really easy, since these are so fresh, the shells are really adhesive. They're actually getting stuck to my fingers now that I'm in the kind of sticky area. There we go. We are separated from that guy, and now to separate from the top, I should just be able to rotate this egg. Yep, there we go. Nice and easy. And these guys won't have to be held down because they're not going to roll. I don't want to separate what I don't have to because they actually provide support to each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn these guys and make sure that they're not going to be in a spot where they're getting hit by moisture there. And then I'm going to go ahead and candle this rollout. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the lights and get us all set. But as you can see by checking, we actually ended up rotating this guy probably about 90 degrees. So it was a good thing that we actually checked this one, and I'm going to actually go back and remark this one with blue that this is its line. Let's see. How clear is that showing for you guys, that you guys can see all these veins coming through here? Maybe if I shine it the other way. There you go. You can get a little bit more of the veins right there. Just so you can see that now these are actually on the top, and you can actually see from the side here that you can see the open spot is actually just flat. Like this guy is perfectly up on top. Great to see, and I'm glad we checked. All right, so now I'm gonna get our holds in place, and we'll get back to putting these guys in the incubator. All right, so since we only have, or since these three over here are actually connected to each other, I don't have to worry about actually pushing them forward. I just have to worry about keeping these two pushed against them. So this is real nice. I only have to use one. And now we are going to be sealing up the little chamber, and then we will be good to go. Perfect. I actually, for a second there, thought I was going to be a little short. Even though you guys saw me measure it, I still didn't trust myself there. It's just one of those things where this is everything needs to go right in this phase, so you're always going to worry about all the little details. And I just want everything to be perfect. So there we go. It's all good. And the one thing that we can do, let's see if I can write this upside down. But we got 5 and no slug. She did a real good job for us. Those were some big eggs. I didn't weigh them, but really awesome. All right, so now we actually want to turn our attention to Mama here, and we want to be taking care of her since she just took great care of us. She's actually, as you can tell, she's a little worried. We just took her away from our babies. So now we're gonna actually go ahead and get her in a soapy bath. And while she's in there, we're gonna be cleaning out her tub, give her a completely fresh tub. We're gonna hit that with the soap as well. We're gonna be using Dawn dish soap for both her and for her tub. But for now, she's just going to sit in a little bit of a soak until we're done with the tub. So let's go ahead and get her set up. I actually prefer to do this in tubs within the rack because, for one, the water actually will provide humidity to the room, and for two, it actually is heated, so I don't have to worry about the water getting too cold for because it's actually being heated by the rack. And this is something that I wasn't able to do prior because I actually had filled all my racks. I was up to about 300 animals. Now I'm just below 100, a lot more manageable, but now I'm able to make sure that I don't have to worry about the water getting too cold during a soak. Not that soaks are really so long that that's a worry, but it just eliminates it. All right, so now our attention turns towards her tub. All right, so now we can see that we got all of her coconut cleared out. We're actually gonna be going to paper towels right after this. So let's go ahead. I know this is more than necessary, but I always like to use too much rather than too little. And here's the rest of the water that I got. Alright, so now we're just going to go to town making sure we scrubbed everywhere, just because the pheromones that actually come off of the eggs are airborne. So what that means is that even though she didn't touch anything probably once she started laying those eggs, it doesn't mean that there is no scent that she is going to be getting from, or as if those eggs were still in there. So we have to make sure that we actually hit every piece of her house. So what we are going to do is make sure we get all the sides, the top, or the bottom as well as the top, just to be sure that she is comfortable. Because as long as she has any inkling that there's eggs around, she's not going to want to eat. She's going to be a little bit more defensive. And for one, she's going to be worried because she's not going to have any eggs to actually defend, hold on to, or otherwise maternally incubate. All right, so now let's go ahead and get this all dried down. Wasn't too bad, took me less than 5 minutes altogether. We just have to make sure, because she's taking great care of us. She gave us those 5 beautiful huge eggs, no slugs in this one. The babies are going to be absolutely awesome. So we need to make sure we take care of her and make sure that she's not gonna have to be stressing out and she can get right back to eating so she can get some of that weight back that she spent on getting those beautiful, beautiful eggs for us. All right, so as we can see, Mama's having a good time in her soak, but the other thing that we can see is how much weight she's lost by looking towards the back end there. This is actually when I get bit most of the time, not actually from pulling the eggs. But as you can see, nice empty belly. We don't have to worry about any egg-bound situations. She did a great job in delivering the entirety of the package. All right, guys, so there it was. There was our first clutch in a little bit, but Horton's very first clutch. And I am just super excited for the possibilities here. Let me know if you guys are as well. The cut day is going to be on the 20th of December if one of them doesn't pip first. So what we're going to be doing is if one pips, then we just wait 24 hours. Then we'll go ahead and cut all the ones that don't pip after that. But as you can see, there it is, sitting in the incubator. 5 eggs, 0 slugs. And it's still heating up on that thermometer there. It actually was in our other incubator, and our other incubator actually runs colder at 86.5. So as you can see, that's still heating up, but it'll get right there to 89 just fine. And as you can see, they're still locked in place, and I'm super excited. So yeah, other than that, I always love to show the aftercare that we give to the moms of our clutches, because it's very important to me that they take great care of us, we take great care of them, and everything goes good there. You don't want to cut any corners, especially when it comes to the care of your animals. So other than that, guys, let me know what you think about this clutch down in the comments below. Like the video if you guys enjoyed it, and otherwise, we'll go ahead and see you guys in the next one. So yeah.